Welcome back to Bob's Magic Emporium. Time for the next all-new The School of Magic. Classes in session every Friday right here on The School of Magic. Alright, so we have a really great trick tonight. This is an impromptu rising card effect. And I actually like this one because it can be done with a borrowed deck of cards and there's no gimmicks or anything like that. So let me just do the trick here really fast. And I'm going to show you by shuffling these cards that they're not in any order or anything like that. And you can see they really are all getting mixed up and shuffled. Now, what's going to happen is the spectator gets to choose any card they want. So we'll say they choose this one right here. And normally I wouldn't know what it is, but I'll look at it for the purpose of this. And it's the three of diamonds. So I'm going to cut the cards, replace the three of diamonds right on top. And I'm just going to complete the cut. And maybe, you know what, I'm going to do one more cut too. Perfect. So now, all I'm going to do is try to find your card magically by using static electricity. Let me explain what I mean by that. All I'm going to do is just rub my finger on my hair. And that creates a static charge. Kind of like what you feel when you you run your feet across carpet and then you touch something metal, it shocks you. Kind of the same thing. Okay, so watch. I'm going to try to make this card rise just by rubbing it like this and raising it up once, rubbing it again, raising it up twice, rubbing it again and raising it up. Whoa, wait a minute, wait a second. Three of diamonds right there. Your card just rose from the deck. And that's the impromptu rising card effect. All right, this is a very easy trick, super simple, super easy, and like I say, it can be done with a borrowed deck of cards, and there's no gimmicks or anything like that. If you're new to Magic, there is an effect in Magic called the Rising card, but it uses gimmicks and it doesn't end clean. This one's completely clean. Let me show you how to do this really awesome card trick that really does fool people. So you can show the cards are all different. This really can be a shuffled up deck of cards. There's no order, there's no stack to the cards, anything like that. You're not ringing in a cooler or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and give these a quick little shuffle, and the spectator can get to choose literally any card they want. So we'll say they choose this one right here, and it's the nine of diamonds this time. So what you're going to do is, if you're really new to Magic and you're not just starting out, you want to get this card to the top of the deck. Now what you can do is have your spectator just place the card right on top, and then you can keep that card on top by doing a riffle shuffle, which we've learned previously in the School of Magic, where you just thumb off cards you just thumb down the side of the cards like that, but you thumb a few cards, thumb a few from this packet, and keep doing that. And you want to make sure that the packet in your right hand, the top card stays on top. Whoops, I just dropped that card. But if you keep the top card on top, that's going to be the nine of diamonds. If you do this kind of quickly, you can make it look like that you've really shuffled that nine of diamonds somewhere in the pack. But if you are a little bit more advanced in Magic, what you can also do too is, like I did in the performance, you have the nine of diamonds. You can cut the cards just like that, and you can do what we call in Magic a pinky break. And a pinky break is where you take the card, place it right on top, and you just take your pinky and you kind of curl it around the card a little bit. Notice that it's kind of curled around the card, so when I drop the rest of the deck on top, basically your pinky is stuck in the deck. That's a little bit more of an exaggeration, but it's stuck in there, so now all you got to do is just lift the cards up. Now normally, a pinky break is more sort of like this, so they can't really see the card in there. And also, if you're worried about people seeing you have your pinky holding the place there, you can take your other hand and just place it right on top like this. And you want to do a little bit of time misdirection. So say, you know what, let's give the cards one more cut, and then all you do is you lift up every card above the pinky, place it on the table, and give the rest of the deck a cut. That now brings that nine of diamonds back to the top, and you've controlled it to the top. Another thing you can do too is, if you want to control it to the bottom, you can do that as well by having the nine of diamonds on bottom, and then you just do a overhand shuffle like this. And all you do is you pull down one card, boom, that gets the nine of diamonds right on top. That'll now be the top card once you're done shuffling. But I wouldn't recommend doing that because If you do it this way, they're going to see the 9 of diamonds on bottom. Even if you kind of hide it a little bit, there may be a chance that they may see that 9 of diamonds. So the best thing to do is to just keep it on top or control it to the top. Alright, once it's controlled to the top, the work is done. All you have to do now is make up some phony baloney patter about static electricity or whatever you want to do. Or even your spectator can just wave a wand. It doesn't really matter. So, to make the card rise like this, it's pretty simple. All you do is you have the cards facing the spectator. So where the camera is, let's say that's the spectator. Cards are facing the spectator. And all you do is you just make a finger like this. You put your fingers like this. So your pointer finger would be rubbing on top of the deck like this. Your pinky just attaches to the back of the card. So it just attaches to the back of the card. And let me show you what it looks like from the exposed view. So it's boom. You're doing all the rubbing. Normally what I like to do is rub the top of the card, lift up once, lift up twice. On the third time, extend my pinky, grabbing the card, and my pinky just pushes the card up. And when it gets about halfway, my fingers just grab that card like this. So it stops it, your hand takes it, and shows it to be the card. Which is a really cool little piece of magic. So again, this is what it looks like from your point of view. You rub, lift, and then you do something kind of like that. And then from the exposed view, it looks like this. You rub, lift, extend your pinky, and just make it go out like that. Perfect. And that's the rising card, the impromptu rising card. Really hope you enjoyed it. And if you try this trick out on anybody, if you actually do this in real life, make sure to post in the comments your success or failure stories. And make sure to register on my website as well as post in the forums. The forums have been kind of slow on my website these past few weeks. Make sure to also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and add me to your Google Plus circles. Thank you guys so much for watching the School of Magic, and I'll see you next Friday for another all-new The School of Magic. You know how to mix up cards? You say, "You are not cards. You are not cards." The magic karate works. Whoops. Okay. Yes. Perfect. Of course, you get the 2 tubes, and you get a certain amount of bottles. Let me grab a party. Adults love the trick, too. Don't get me wrong, but I think kids love it a little bit more than it looks. It looks like you're actually taking and shuffling the cards.